Inshallah today we will learn lesson number 2. If you remember, the last week we covered Iman, Kufr, Shirk, Wajibul Wujud and Murtad. So these topics basically we covered. So now the first Aqīdah is oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. And we read in the namaz, Qul huwallahu ahad, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. But what does oneness of Allah mean? Allah is wahid, Allah is one. What does that mean? So the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mean believing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and no one his partner. When we say no one his partner, it means the partner in his sifat, in his divine self, in his zat, nothing. So the Allah is one, it means no one his partner, neither in his being, no in his attributes, neither in his blessed names, no in his acts, and no in his commandments. So he is alone in everything, even no in his names. No, might be you're gonna think, oh, my brother name or my uncle or my son name is Rahim, and one of the name is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. So Rahim is names of Allah, and we studied that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and nobody is partner in his name and in his attributes as well. So the known names are similar. So if this waswasa or this question came in your mind, so the answer is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim, is merciful, that he is as eternal, forever. One of us, our uncle or whoever is Rahim, he is not eternal. He will be finished. And the second difference, the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahim, that his Rahim, being a Rahim, is Dhati. But we are gifted. We are not Zati, self-divine. So this is not, you can say, the partner in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's permissible to keep the name of Rahim. However, there is a one main thing. Sometimes we give the child name Rahman, or we give name Abdul Rahman, but when we call him we say just Rahman. So first of all, is it not permissible to give Allah's name Rahman to anybody else? There are certain names which is only specified with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of them is Rahman. So you can't give name to anybody other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, if you want name your child, you can give name Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman is permissible. Ar-Rahman, Ur-Rahman, that's not permissible. That's only specified with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are certain other names as well, that's only specified with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of them is Al-Qayyum. You can't give name anybody else. Qayyum. However, if you want to put in the beginning is Abdul Qayyum, then it's permissible. So the next one is, if anybody associate partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in anything, whether it is his oneness or his attributes, that he become kafir or not, what we can say to him, he is still believer or not. So keep in your mind, if anyone associate partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in anything, whether in his oneness, in his zat, in his attributes, in his names, in his commandments, then that is called mushrik, polytheist. Mushrik is kafir, is no more longer believer, he is murtad, he is disbeliever now. So the next one is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wajibul wujud. That wajibul wujud we studied last week. If you remember, wajibul wujud means that his existence is necessary. and his non-existence is impossible, is muhal. His absence is muhal. He must be present and must be present all the time. So Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Qadeem, mean the one who always exists. Always exists. None of us is Qadeem. Even the whole entire universe is nothing is Qadeem except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his Zat and his Sifat. So only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Qadeem. Qadeem in easy way you can say eternal. The one who always exists, will always exist. And the next is, other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Zat and Sifat, everything is Hadith. So Hadith is the opposite of Qadeem. So only Allah's Zat, divine self, Allah's Sifat, divine attributes, these are Qadeem. Other than these two things, every single thing is Hadith. So we are Hadith. These all objects are Hadith. So Hadith means that everything beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, divine being and attributes were non-existent. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's alone. So He don't have any wife, don't have any spouse. So if anyone who claims that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the father, or somebody, someone is the son of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or he says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ma'adallah, he has a wife, he is become unbeliever. He become kafir if he believe any one of them. Because huwallahu ahad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. Lam yalid, he is not son of anybody. Walam yulad, and he is not father of anybody. Even if somebody don't believe, but he think that this is possible, it is possible that he can be a father of anybody, still he is on the wrong track. He is misguided. He is gumrah. If he believe, if his aqīdah that he has son or he is son, definitely become kafir. And the next one is, there are certain people who say that Jesus is son of Allah, son of God, or he was son of God because he born without father. So that doesn't make sense, because if the one who born without father, he is the son of Allah, so imagine that prophet who born without father and out mother, then he has more right to be son of Allah. Astaghfirullah. So this is not a logic, this is not the evidence. The one who born without father, that he is the son of Allah. Definitely he is free from the son, he is free from the father. Allah is alone. And the one who said this is the son of Allah, he is not Muslim, he is not a believer. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from anything which is muhal. Muhal means impossible, absolutely impossible. So Allah is free from muhal. For example, lying, telling lie, doing any wrong thing, that is muhal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah is free from muhal. So mean he is free from every single defect, every single aib, because that is muhal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he does listen, he can see, he does see, he can watch everything, but keep in your mind, he is free from the ears. He can hear, he can listen everything, but he don't have any ear. He can see, he can watch every single thing, but he don't have any eye. The Quran is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's kalam, his speech, but he is free from the tongue. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is free from the body, any part of body. He don't have any hand, no feet, nothing. He is free from the body. His seeing and hearing is not only confined to this, but he is all seeing and all hearing. So we thus say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees absolutely and hears absolutely. And in reality, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who sends down sustenance. The angels, etc., are only means and channels for the delivering the sustenance. So initially, He is the Razik. The angels, they are just, you can say, the source who deliver the sustenance to us. Same thing like postman. Postman initially, he didn't send you a letter. He just passed to you. The actual sender is someone else. Same, Razik, Rizq, everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you. The angels or other sources, they're just source. They're just passing through to you. So now the next is, where is Allah? Where does He live? So keep in your mind, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from time and free from space. Why? Because time and space is also creation. And we cannot associate the Zat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with something which is created. If we were to say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere, and a lot of people say Allah is everywhere. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not everywhere. His knowledge, His power is everywhere. His knowledge, His power, His qudrat is everywhere. But when you say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere, that's not the right statement. It means that Allah Pak is everywhere, also in the impure and bad places of the world. That's the bad. So when we say, we should say Allah's knowledge is everywhere. Or Allah's power is everywhere. Allah's qudrat is everywhere. Allah itself is not everywhere. So this is our sabak today about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.